What it do, what it is, what's good, what's poppin'?
It's your boy, man.
It's your girl, Shiaira.
AKA Pretty Peaches. And today on this thing, like literally it's like 5:08 in the morning, if y'all don't believe me, you know what I'm saying? But we about to be reacting to timeline of Chicago rappers we lost 2012 to 2020. Rest in peace to everybody in this video. Let's get right into it though.
What's up, Hip Hop Central here, and we're back with a new video today, going over a timeline of all the Chicago rappers and artists we lost from 2012 up to present day. This was a difficult video to make. You know, we lost a lot of talent out of Chicago in these past few years, and some of these artists didn't really get to see themselves blow up to after they passed away. So please be respectful in the comment section below, drop a like, subscribe. Hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so the first rapper on the list is Little JOJO. Now, he is one of the biggest artists coming from this whole drill era. You know, when he dropped the song BDK back in 2011, you know, it had so much attention.
That's when he started the move. That's when it was just, everybody was going crazy down there.
Towards it, and BDK was a diss track towards the Black Disciple, which is Chief Keef's gang, one of the biggest gangs in Chicago. And unfortunately, Little JOJO was shot and killed in 2012 while riding a bicycle. He was only 18 years old. Now, the next rapper on the list is Little Jeff. Now, he was part of FBG Flyboy gang with Little J, FBG Duck, and Billionaire Black. And he had a few songs. He had a song with AOKD, he had a song with Duck, Billionaire, Little J, all of them. And unfortunately, he was shot outside of a party in 2013. He was only 21 years old. Now, the next rapper on the list is LA Capone, one of the rappers I feel like had the most potential coming out of the city during this era. And he was part of Team 600 with E-Day, Rondo, C-Day, all of them. And I feel like if he was still alive right now, he would be one of the biggest rappers coming out of Chicago, like up near Chief Keef, Little Dirk level. Like, he only dropped, like, I think 15 songs, and like his like quality and his flow he had was completely different from anything coming out of the city during the time.
Just imagine dropping 15 songs.
Right. And somebody,
yeah, that's crazy.
Fortunately, he was shot and killed in September of 2013 while leaving a recording studio. He was only 17 years old. Now, the next rapper on the list is Little MARC from 051 Young Money and with Brothers Ratuka. And in 2014, he dropped one of the biggest diss tracks ever to come out of Chicago on Little Dirk's beat, No Competition. And in this song, he dissed pretty much anybody he could fit into this song. And it did a lot of views at first, but unfortunately, he was shot and killed at a bus stop in 2014, and he was only 20 years old. Now, next rapper on the list is Blood Money, aka Big Glow. He was part of GBE Glow Gang and was actually cousins with Chief Keef. And he had a few songs with FREDO, Santana, Tato, Chief Keef. He was a big part of the Chicago drill scene during this time. And unfortunately, he was shot in 2014 and later died at the hospital. He was only 30 years old. Alright, so next rapper on the list is OTF NUNU, aka Newski. Now, he was part of OTF, but he was cousins with Little Dirk. And he kind of had more of a fast type rap style, and it kind of fit well with the whole drill type beats. Like, I remember when
yeah, he was probably going to be better than Dirk, though. Like, he was that good type stuff.
He first dropped his last verse, he just went off, but he snapped on it. But anyway, a short time after that video did drop, he was shot and killed outside of a shopping center, and he was only 21 years old. So the next rapper on the list is Young Pappy. Now, he was part of PBG North Pole, and
he was born in 1995.
That's crazy. Rest in peace, Lil Pappy. I miss him.
At the time, he was one of the most talented artists coming out of the city. Just the passion he put into his lyrics, his songs, his videos was insane. Like, just putting on his music nowadays, just the hype behind it, you know, just gets everybody in the room just, you know, hyped up and pumped. But unfortunately, in 2015, he was shot and killed. And I feel like if he was still alive, he would be one of the biggest rappers in the game right now. But unfortunately, he did pass away at the age of 20. Alright, so next rapper on the list is KTS Vaughn. Now, that stands for Kill to Survive, which is a set of Gangster Disciple and Vice Lords. And he actually had a pretty big song that was popping during the time.
I don't really hear too much about Vice Lords no more. It's always like GDs, BDs, Bloods, a little bit of Crips.
I really don't know.
It was also called KTS, Kill to Survive. But unfortunately, he was shot and killed by shooting in 2015 at the age.
Talking about somebody look like somebody. And
yeah, another dude looked like Lil Terry. Like at the beginning of the video, he was just lighter than him though. Yeah.
20.
I think I know what you're
Alright, so next rapper on the list is GBE Capo. Now, he was part of Chief Keef's crew, and he had a few songs with Chief Keef and Tato and Ball Out, all of them. And during this time, he was back in Chicago. I mean, I feel like he should have, got out of there. He should have been out in California with Chief Keef and all them. They had money, they were set pretty well. But unfortunately, he was shot while walking outside with a group of friends. And also, the guy that shot him did drive off and hit and kill a kid. So it was a whole messed up situation. But anyway, he ended up passing away at the age of 23. Next rapper and producer on the list is SMYLEZ. Now, SMYLEZ and Young Chops actually grew up together, and they kind of, help each other make beats and rap, get into the industry and all that. But as you know, Young Chops started working with Lil Durk and Chief Keef, and SMYLEZ went and worked with JOJO, Little Mr., Pete Rico, and rappers like that. And SMYLEZ did rap also. He dropped a lot of dope songs in his time, but unfortunately in 2016, he did have a heart attack and passed away at the age of 24. Now, the next rapper on the list is Shot of Shells. Now, he dropped this diss track in April of 2017 called Death to 150, which was taking shots at 150 Dream Team, No Limit, all of that. And he was dissing a lot of rappers in this song. He dissed so many rappers that died and rappers that were still alive. They also burned a 150 Dream Team shirt in this music video. But 2 months later, he was shot and killed in a drive-by while standing outside. He was 21 years old. Now, the next rapper on the list is FBG Brick. He's the oldest brother to FBG Duck. And in early 2017, he was released from prison after serving a few years. And he started rapping. He dropped a few dope songs, a few remixes. But unfortunately, he was shot and killed with his friend Kobe in 2017. And he did later pass away. He was only 26. Alright, so the next rapper on the list is FREDO Santana. Now, he was one of the biggest artists to come out of Chicago during this time. He's one of the original OGs of this whole Chicago drill scene era. He was good friends with Chief Keef. He grew up with him. He had a lot of work with him. But like a lot of rappers, he did have a codeine and lean addiction. And he did have a few seizures leading up to his death in early 2018, when he did have a fatal seizure in January, and he did later pass away. He was 27, and he also joined a long list of singers and musicians of the 27 Club. So the next rapper on the list is Juicy the Man.
That 27 Club, yeah, we looking at up next. Yeah.
Now, he was good friends with the whole PBG. He had a few songs out with Wooski, and he actually did have a song out that was catching a lot of attention during the time before he passed away. But unfortunately, he was shot and killed in 2018. And also at his funeral, 5 people got shot, including Wooski got shot in the head, but he did survive. But unfortunately, in 2018, he did pass away at the age of 25. Alright, so the next rapper on the list is Little Mr. Now, Little Mr. is one of the original OGs of this whole Chicago drill scene. He pretty much came up with the term No Black. It was one of his biggest songs he did ever release. And he did collab a lot with Little JOJO, Swag De Niro, Pete Rico, and rappers like that. But unfortunately, in 2019, he was shot and killed in a car. And I feel like
Dark whole family was full of good rappers.
That's what I was just
That's
thinking.
crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That's crazy.
He is one of the biggest.
But like I was saying though, Lil Mr. and Durk, they wasn't cool because I know somebody y'all probably comment like Durk. Well, they was cousins, but they was beefing. I know.
Of this whole Chicago era, but unfortunately,
like right after he died, that's when they dropped that song. We on Your Cousin.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay,
A lot of people was really mad about it.
Okay, yeah.
Like why would they just drop that and his cousin just got killed?
Right.
They ain't about one of them.
Right.
That's what they were like, yeah, that's what the people were saying in the comments.
He did pass away at the age of 23. Now, the next rapper on the list is AAB HELLAPANDZ. Now, he was associates with FREDO Santana, Lil Durk, a lot of other big name artists. He also had a small relationship with Black.
Seemed like they lost a lot of people. Chicago and like close people to Durk. But
unfortunately, he was down in Miami for a Rolling Loud concert, and he was shot outside of a nightclub after an altercation.
That's crazy.
You
in a whole different. Wow.
19.
That's
he was
scary.
only 24.
That's scary.
Now the next rapper on the list is EVE BANDZ, aka Billy the Kid. Now he had a lot of work with
let me pause it for you. You said make you want to humble yourself.
Yeah, because you just be I know me.
Yeah,
too ready and you don't know.
Yeah, definitely when you out of town, you could be looking at a person like they soft or something, and they really a whole killer in their sound. But we don't know because
we don't even know.
We don't know their lingo.
Yeah.
Like, so it's just like you definitely gotta.
Or you just never know really what nobody else is
even in
it could just be the wrong place, wrong time, not even really it meant for you.
You know, but like we were saying, he got killed out of town. That's what we saying.
Yeah,
like,
that was just
it's
scary.
crazy. Like, it don't matter where you go, you think because you from this city or that place. Like, bro, it don't matter.
They say he had an altercation with somebody.
Yeah. He got shot outside.
600, GMEBE, and a lot of artists like that. And he was one of the most respected white rappers coming out of Chicago.
They be rolling loud, getting popped. Damn, like, oh my
They be
God.
doing more than rolling loud.
But unfortunately, in May of 2019, he did go missing and nobody knew where he was at for a week. For a little bit, they thought he was in the back of his trunk dead. But unfortunately, they did find his body burned in the woods. And they later said he was killed with a baseball bat.
Yeah, but they said they thought they found him in the trunk of a car, but they found him in the woods, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah.
One object, but he did pass away in 2019. Fortunately, they did find his body burned in the woods, and they later said he was killed with a baseball bat or a blunt object, but he did pass away in 2019 at the age of 23. Now, the next rapper on the list is Juice WRLD, one of the biggest artists on this.
He was born in '98. He was young.
Yeah.
List and one of the biggest artists of this generation. Now, like a lot of rappers on this list, he wasn't a drill type rapper. He was more of a lyrical rapper and put a lot of emotion into his music. But unfortunately, in 2019, while flying back from LA to Chicago on a private jet, police were tipped off that he had drugs and weapons on the plane. And when Juice WRLD did land, he popped a few Percocets to try to hide him from the law. And he did overdose and have a seizure in the airport and was transported to the hospital where he later died. He was only 21 years old.
That sounds kind of scary because, you know, sometimes they don't really be taking you serious or, you know what I mean, don't really, you know, not knowing that you done took some stuff or something like that. Because it ain't even worth it.
I heard of it. I heard it was something like if you swallow something, they supposed to take you to the hospital right then and there.
Right then and there.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter if you feeling, no matter how you feeling, you supposed to go to the hospital so they can pump your stomach.
Plus they try
now,
to
next rapper on the
towards you. You still gonna get charged.
Yeah. Is Trey Savage, and he was signed to Chief Keef's label Glow Gang, and he did have a lot of work with Chief Keef, FREDO Santana, Fat Trail, Corey Guns, and a few other big name artists. But unfortunately, in June of 2020, while driving in Chicago, he was shot multiple times in the neck and shoulder, and then he did crash into 3 cars and was
to see what he was doing. It was like he got shot multiple times, and it was like well, that's crazy.
Chicago Medical Center, where he was pronounced dead. He was only 26. Now, the last rapper on the list is FBG Doug, one of the original OGs of this whole Chicago drill scene, and I feel like he was one of the rappers that was blackballed for a while because he was very consistent. He would drop a lot of videos, like at least once a week, and they were doing numbers between 100K to 1 million easy. And he did have a hit song in 2018 called Slide that actually got him signed, and 21 Savage did remix it. But unfortunately, while he was out shopping, he was shot and killed and transported to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. He was only 26. So thanks for watching. It did take me a
lot of
imagine going shopping and not making it back to your family.
A lot of young people lost their life. That's crazy, you know. But y'all go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, and just please tell us what y'all think. Peace.